Hey guys, Storm2011 again. Hope you're having a wonderful day and you're staying safe. This time we are, in case you haven't seen the last video, I do suggest that you click on the last video that I've uploaded. I showed off all 6 of my Sonic the Hedgehog Nanoblock sets. So now we're gonna do number NBCC_082 Tails, and we are going to assemble him step by step. So I'll show you guys how it's done. But first, gotta show you what it is on the inside. Yeah, I remember Tails when he first made his debut on Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, that was a great Sonic Hedgehog game. First time it did multiplayer as well. And of course, all the bags for the pieces. So I'm gonna unbag all of them and put them in their correct groups. Sorry. So stick around. It should be fun. Okay, so these are all the pieces that we're gonna need. We're gonna need all these little white pieces for the white parts of Tails, including his ears and his mouth. And we've also got the color of Tails' fur right here. Very iconic, the orange, I must admit. We've also got some itty-bitty light blue and dark blue. A nice, if you can see right here we go. A nice mixture of the two. And we've also got some of the clear plastics, the grays for shoes, and the 2 tall leg pieces. So, yeah, I always like to make sure that all the pieces are together before I assemble them. That way I know I've got them all correct, and I'm not missing anything before I do the assembly. So it's always a good plan to make sure that everything's in order before you do the building. So I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm going to head off to step 1. It shouldn't be that long. Okay, so step 1 is already taken care of. It's a 3x2 and the 2x2 both on the oranges. Then we got 2 1x4, sorry, with the curved edges. Nice, also practically just for the parts of Tails is very part of the face. Very nice and unique. And of course we got the sharper version of the 1x4 as well right here. And then 2x2's the little L shapes on the white parts. So it's a good start, a lot easier than the Sonic one, even though it was difficulty 2. This one is difficulty 2 as well. So let's head on over to step 2. Here we go. Step 2 is completed. Like I did with the Sonic one, I started off with the black nose and then worked my way backwards. So the little black nose, and then the 1x3 with the 2 in the middle, then the little white L's, and then a the orange piece, followed by 1x3s, 1x3s, and then 2x3, and then the little curvy pieces right here. So that's an easy one. So it's now time for step 3. Won't be long. There we go. Step 3 is now completed. We've got a good start on the eyes right here with the little blue, the light blue ones, and then we've got the T part in the middle, and of course the curvy white one pieces. Then we got a 2x2, a 3x3, 2x3, sorry, and then a 1x3 right here, starting to build up Tails' head nicely. So it's now on to the next step. Okay, step 4 is completed. We've gone from up a step of shade of blue to the dark blue. We've also, a bit of an unusual one, but I think it's part of the model. We have a 1x2 with the curvy edges on this one, so that part is now completed. So next, and then then I took the T piece, then the 1x3, another round curvy bit here, and then the 3x2. So those steps are now complete. So we are now moving on to step 5, which should be interesting. Okay, we've now completed step 5. The head of Tails is coming along pretty nicely. So we had a 1x2 curvy bit right here, coming out nicely, and then we had a 1x2 with nothing on it on the cream side. Sorry if the camera's not that perfect, but that one's come out pretty nicely. Then, in case you can't tell, there is some more pieces. We've had 1x2s right behind the 1x2 curvy ones, and then a 1x2 which is practically in the middle, sort of. It's just for the if we could just steady it out here. Yep. Not sure if you can see this, but oh well. It's just to help build up the heads so that it's ready for the next parts, I believe. So that is what we are going to do next. So step 5 is completed. We're now moving on to step 6. This is step 6. Most of Tails' head is complete, I believe. The white pieces for the ears are coming on, and of course the orange pieces. And yeah, so if you can see right here, so all to help form the ears of Tails as you advance the model along. Hence the reason why they said they gave it such a little bit of a well, sort of a halfway marker for Tails' ears, so that it's more Tails-like, more realistic for the character. But it is coming along nicely, so let's move on to step 7. Just make sure that, well, a little bit of an oops moment that I did with the with the white pieces right here. I had them the wrong way around. I do have to make sure that I read the instructions so that it is aiming the right way. Okay, step 7 is now completed. We had the little 1x1 whites here for the fluffy part of Tails' ears, and then the 1x2s. If I turn the model around here, yep, 1x2s for Tails' ears. So it's a slow build, trying to make sure that Tails gets his iconic big ears. Well, not just his big ears, but his tails are also his unique, distinct character. So let's carry on to step 8. It shouldn't be that long. And here we go. This is step 8 completed. We've now taken the next step onto the orange parts of the ear, but the white parts are now completely done, so this is finished. I'm going to, well, step 9 and step 10 are practically the same thing. So I'm going to do those 2 steps right now and show you what the end result is for Tails' ears. So stick around. And this is the end of step 9 and step 10. Really, they would just add little 1x1 orange squares onto each other. And there was really no point in me just wasting your time with one step and then another step. So I thought I might as well do them both at the same time. And of course, the ears, they look lovely. And we are now moving on to step 11 to see where that goes. It should be fun. And this is the end of step 11. It's practically the tuft on Tails' forehead, which is pretty easy. It was a little 1x2 with a little edge part right here. If I can grab another piece. It's something like this. You can see how easily it's lying on my middle finger whilst resting on my index. That's the edge. That was practically the only pieces that I needed for this step. So 2 of those and a little 2x1 with a 1 in the middle. Nothing more, nothing less, which came out pretty nicely. So with the head done, and I took another peek at the instructions, we are now moving on to the body. So let's get started on that with step 12. Now, before I show you the end result of step 12, I thought I'd show you what the first part of it looks like. So we've got the 2 teas, the 2 cream teas, the orange teas, whatever color, and they kind of look orange to me. So, yeah, orange. So then we've got 4 of the L's, and then 2 2x2s right there. So it's not just the body that we're assembling. Also looking a little further into the instructions, it looks like we're also doing the tails. So it's 2 parts for the price of 1. We're doing the body and Tails' iconic twin tails, his spinning tails. So, I'll show you what it looks like in a second. And here we go. This is the end result of step 12. We're starting right on the body right now. We've got little 1x3s of whites, then 2x1s with the ones in the middle. Then we've had some... Oh yeah, we've just missed 2 pieces, but I can take care of that in a second. 2x3s for here, where the triangles were, and again on the same. And now we've got little 1x3s. Let me show you how easy it is. It should be easier than the Hedgehog one. Boy, that was a leap me. Yeah, now I see why they recommend the tweezers. Here we go. It's that easy. All you have to do is push into them. And I was told, well, offered the suggestion by someone that I use glue, and I'm thinking no, because glue actually melts the plastic, and it's not worth using the plastic glue on these bricks. So never use plastic glue on bricks, guys, especially these ones. Okay, so that's my advice for the days offered. It's now time to move on to the next step, step 13. Thought I'd show you guys well, to start off with step 13, we started off with making the white parts of the tail right here at the back, and of course the white part at the front, hence the reason why that it did the little 2x1s with one on top. And of course we are now slowly building up towards the top of the body. So once step 13 is complete, I shall show you what it looks like. Okay, this is the end of step 13. We have now got the white pieces, the little 1x3s with 2 in the middle right here, 6 of them on each end. If you read the instructions for all the pieces that you need, and you're asking yourself, do I really need that many pieces? The answer is yes, and now you know why. Especially with the little 1x1s for the white and the orange. It's just so that it builds up the tail nicely, and it also creates its character. Well, it builds up the character of the model. And of course, at the front, we got 1x3 in white and orange, and 1x2 in orange. So we are now moving on to step 14 to carry on according to the instructions with the tails. And this is the end of step 14. All the tails are completed. We've used 1x3s with 2 in the middle, as you can see, well, probably tell, by the 2x2s on the top of the tails. So that is that for the tails done. We're now moving on to step 15, where we are going to try and make sure that the body stays together, because in case you can't tell, the tails pop up, and we don't want that. And here we go, this is the end of step 15. We've got a 1x2 with the curves again, like we used earlier with Tails' head, if you can see right here. So that now supports the lower part of the body. And of course we use some of the little L's and the 1x1. Little L's and 1x1. So those pieces are now put into place. We're now moving on to the next step, which is hopefully Tails' arms. So we'll jump step 16 and go straight to step 17, show you guys what it looks like on the video. And I was right to assume that step 16 and 17 were correct. It is both of Tails' arms, his left arm and his right arm. So those are now assembled correctly onto the model. So what we're going to do next is step 18, which is the head onto the body. Now, just when you're doing this, you gotta make sure that you get it spot on. So from what I am seeing on the instructions, I am to get the white pieces onto the white curvy ones. Here we go. Here's hoping. Without me trying to snap some of the pieces off. Alright. So, hold up a second. It shouldn't be that long to fix Tails. Okay, so as I said, easy to fix Tails. I just had to pause the camera for a second, and his head is now comfortably attached onto his body. Now, just a little tiny fix up there, and that can be easily done. I have to do it off camera again. So his head is now attached to his body. He's got both of his tails. We are now moving on to his feet shortly, which will be step 19 and 20. So the clear plastic blocks will be going on first, and then we will be doing the legs. So stick around, it's coming up, the finale. And this is it, the final form for Tails. He does look amazing, doesn't he? So that's his feet. All it took was the gray 2x4s, then white 2x2s, red 2x2s, and then the white 2x2 with the one in the very center. And just further in case you can, just so that you can see, the little orange pieces that are Tails' legs, they are slightly angled, so make sure that you do get these pieces at the correct angle before you put them on. So, well, you've got a perfect model. So this is it for Tails. He was NBCC_082. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe if you would like to see more of this in the future. I shall see you guys real soon. Happy gaming.